Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today we will learn about a very important topic, that is get element by tag name. So guys, earlier we covered about get element by ID to access an element from the DOM. Today we will learn about the method get element by tag name. So it returns the live node list. So live node list means you can say that it's a form of index, and it will be looks like an array. Is a form of multiple values. It means that the modification of the DOM tree will be reflected in their returned collections. It representing the element whose property matches the specific string. So specified string means whatever the tag name we will given, based on that tag name, it will fetch the records of all the elements. It is shown in the form of index number starting with 0 index. So whenever it returns us an output, it will be a form of an array or an indexing value, live numbers. So it will looks like 0, 1, 2, 3, something like this. Let's get an example. Get elements by name. Let's suppose I'm using a string that is h1, then element, or either you can say the tag. So here h1 is the name of a tag. So what exactly the tag we are getting? So h1 string is the name of that particular tag which we want to access. So in our documents, whenever we have a h1, it will access all the h1 tags with the help of get elements by tag name. Second, if you want to access all the elements from the DOM, then it will return you all the you can say the documents from the documents. You want all the tags or all the elements, then you can use get elements by tag name, and here in a string you have to specify asterisk symbol. So asterisk symbol just perform an action. It will get all the elements from a document. So whatever document you have, it will access all the properties or all the tags or elements with the help of asterisk symbol. So here the parameter value asterisk return all the elements in the document. So whatever the elements we have or tags we have in a document, so with the help of asterisk symbol we can access all of them. Let's see the live example. Let me open a VS Code. So here we have a body tag or an HTML tag. Now I'll write a one separate tags. Let me create h1, and inside in h1 I'll give a separate ID for each and every one. Suppose I'm giving an ID for this one. One is for hello pro skill. I'll write one more element. That ID is separate from previous one, so this is 2. And I'll say welcome to my channel. So here we have 2 elements, each one tag along with different IDs. Let me create a script tag to write JavaScript, line JavaScript in a same page. I will do script tag inside a script tag. We'll write JavaScript syntax. So first we'll create a variable var result, and in this variable we will get the response from document dot get elements by tag name. So here our tag name which we have defined, that is h1. So here we'll write a string name of a tag, that is h1, and whatever the list item will return, the list node will return, that will store in a variable result. So let me print this one, document dot write, will write the result in our browser. So let me write result. To see the list of the nodes, I'll create a console so that I can see the format of list node and indexing format. I'll write console dot log. Here we'll define result. I'm going to save it. Let's see how it's working. Open page in a browser. So here you will see we have a first element, that is h1. We have a second element that is also in a h1 with the different IDs. First one, hello pro skill. Second one, welcome to my channel. And if you will see, it shows object HTML collection. So it will return us an HTML collection with all the tags which is related to the string h1. Now if I will open a console, then you will see this is the first element, it's the second element, and this is a length of element, the live node written from written as a HTML collection from the DOM. The length is 2. If we will expand this, so it will show all the properties of that particular element. So inside that particular element h1 is all the properties which we have, where we can able to access different scenarios. So right now we are just focusing on tag name. So these are all the elements or live nodes which we are getting from getElementsByTagName. And now we will see how we will get all the elements with the help of asterisk symbol. So earlier we get the data with the help of a specific element string, that is h1 tag. Now we are going to put asterisk symbol over here and see what exactly the result is. Let me refresh. So if you refresh it, it will show you all the element list node, whatever we have defined in our syntax. That's HTML element, it's a head, meta, another meta tag, then title, body, and our h1, that's an element, and second h1 element, then a script, and the length is 10. So with the help of asterisk symbol, we can able to access all the elements from the DOM. That will be helpful when you are using multiple of elements. You want all the elements from the DOM. Condition is that suppose here I have all the properties like HTML, head, body. Now if I want to access a parent, a specific parent element, so what I will do, I'll just write over here document dot body. Right now in an example, I'm giving you an example for this, and let's access the property of this parent element. It's the body tag, and I can write document dot body get element by tag name, and I'll access all the properties, all the elements from that parent element. Let's see the result. Refresh it. So here you will see what we are getting. So you can see in our body element, we have h1 script tag. So body is a parent element, and these are the child element of that particular parent element. So what we did, we have access properties or elements of a parent element body, and inside a body parent element we have accessed all the child elements which is related to that particular parent. Now for example, if you want to access a property of that parent body, and I just want to access a child, so if I will write h1, so if I will write h1 tag over here, document dot, then we have a parent body, then we have a h1 tag we want to access with get element by tag name. So let's see what the result for this. If I will go over here and refresh it, so see, this is showing an error. What exactly is saying? It's saying that type error cannot read property of undefined. So here h1 is undefined for that specific element tag, because whenever we are just going to access all the elements, all the property of any of tag name with the help of asterisk symbol, so it directly tell us that whatever you are written, that is all the properties or all the tags from that specific element, which that should be a parent element. So right now, if you will see the document, all the documents, then body, this is the parent one, body. And here what exactly we want to access, want to access the h1, but h1 is a single element property. Here you will see this is single, this is a single, so these are two different elements which we don't have any child. So if you will say h1 is a parent, so we don't have any child over here. But you will see body, body is a parent element, and inside the body we have multiple of child elements. So why it's giving error, it don't understand that whatever we want to access with the help of asterisk symbol, we don't have any child property, or we don't have any child element of that particular element which we want to access. So h1 don't have any child property. This is work as an inheritance, a parent to child combination. Inheritance is something like that, it's inherit the property. Suppose a parent and parent have a child, then child have a subchild, so these are something like a inheritance. So that's why it's given an error. Now if you want to access this particular h1, so what I will do, I can write something like this. I have a tag that is span tag, and this is what I will write. I'll write 1, and I'll just copy it, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll write 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. So if you want to access this property now, h1 is also a parent, and what we can do for this, I'll do one thing. I'll write syntax first, that is get element by id. And here, what is an id? Id is 1. Now after access the property, an element that is h1, I'll write get element by elements by tag name. I'll get all the properties of that tag name. So this is a chaining, this is called chaining. I have written a method or syntax in a parallel way. So let's see what is the result. I'll refresh it, and you will see what exactly we get. We get all the span element inside that particular h1. First we will access h1 with the help of id, so it will always return a specific element. So here is a h1, that id is 1, so it always return me that specific element and its child animal. And we have also h1 id 2, but we have accessed with the help of id. Then once we will access id, then we get all the child elements from that particular element. If I'll say 2, then let's see what's happening. So here you will see I'll get a collection of HTML that is an empty array and its length is 0, because we don't have any property on this id2. That's because I'll do it. You can also write something like this. This is more justified or more reliable, or it looks more good in comparison to you can store it in another variable, that is res, and whatever result will come, you can access all the tag names or all the properties or elements with the help of that particular variable. You can define this res over here. You can also do something like that, so the content will be looks more pretty and looks more clean. So you can also access the property. Keep in mind, guys, whatever you will write syntax, that should be more clean and understandable, so that whenever the multiple developers work on that part, so it will be more comfortable to see, because the code always looks good if it will write on a proper way, on a proper syntax and proper like aligned or something that looks more clean. Now if you want to get the length, what you will do, you will simply do length over here. So now what exactly it will return, it will return a length of an element, how much elements we have. So you will see we have 5 elements. So what we have here, we have 1 2 3 4 5 span elements, 5 span tags. And when we will see the length of that particular result, so I'll get a number of records that are 5. So it counts from here, so it will be something like 1 2 3 4 5. So it started with 0 and the total number of records it will show. So guys, that's pretty much for today. If you have any query or anything you want to ask, feel free to comment and I'll explain you if you have any doubt.